In this video, I will show you how to override configuration settings for a Windows Azure website using the portal in Windows Azure. I have here a small website which has a configuration setting. If I go in the portal for my website and hit configure, you can see that I have app settings and configuration settings which I can override. I have one here called disclose deployment method. It's set to false. I'm going to flip that over to true. Also, of course, in Visual Studio, inside of my code, I have the same setting. It's also set to false. This is the deployed version. It's set to false in production. Now, if I save this value to true instead, I'm going to disclose some information on the screen which wasn't visible before. This means that your application can have connection strings and app settings in production for the production site. Your developers might not even have those settings in the web config file. They just run locally, for instance, when they develop. And if you want to see how to use TeamCity, you can also click on this link here to come to my blog and just browse through a very, very long blog post on how to do continuous delivery to Windows Azure using TeamCity. That's sort of a sidetrack in this video demo, but I just wanted to point that out if this is something that you would like to try. It's a long blog post, very, very long, but you know, it's what you have to do if you don't want this very nice Microsoft out-of-the-box experience. Instead, want to use, for instance, something custom like TeamCity. Now, of course, I want to show you how I use the Configuration Manager app settings to pull out the disclose deployment method value and send that off from my controller to my view. Now, of course, Windows Azure Websites intercepts this call to app settings and instead provides the value from the portal to override the value in the web config. Now, of course, I can just conditionally enter some data into my website, as you can see here. So it's very, very powerful to have your production connection strings, etc., inside of the portal, and that makes you in full control, and you're not checking in any secrets. For instance, you might be using a local database, and that is the connection string which is checked in. Instead, you have the production database securely inside of the Windows Azure portal, and there's no chance that you will ever do a mistake here. So, using configuration management in the Windows Azure websites is truly a powerful tool. Thank you for listening.